We had a solid race. We had our first post-race fight of the season, and all that plus more of this week's edition post-checker flag. Talking it hot Atlanta, baby. What's up, everyone? Mike from LA1 here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this week's edition of Post-Checker Flag. We are less than 24 hours from the truck Bristol dirt race and from the first dirt race for the trucks. I believe Knoxville is a dirt track. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. We had interesting developments in the Cup Series garage. We had a post-race fight. I know a lot of you guys want to hear my thoughts on that. And we got some Cup controversy in the way. So, let's not waste any time. Let's talk about the truck race in hot Atlanta, baby. Alright, time for the Frab Auctions 200 at Atlanta. Starting off in 10th place, we have Stuart Friesen in the 52. His wife starts tomorrow. And in 9th, Brett Moffitt in the 45. Not a bad day. And in 8th, the old man himself, Matt Crafton. And in 7th, Ross Chastain. And in 6th is Zane Smith. And in top 5, we have the champ, Sheldon Creed. Sorry about that, I had to get a drink here. After Sheldon Creed, in 4th, it is Johnny Sauter. And I just went past him, though I missed. Excuse me. And in 3rd place, it is John Hunter Nemechek. In 3rd, in 2nd place, 2 years in a row, had his home track coming up just short, Austin Hill. And in 1st place, his first win of any kind this season, excluding the tracks. Oh, 2nd, if you include the Clash. Kyle Busch wins, lol. And that's your finishing order for the Fabrications 200. I want to talk about some of the top performers today, if you guys at that race, if you guys don't mind. How about the 42 of Carson Akbafar finishing 12th? Ben Rhodes had a pretty tough day. 1 lap down, finishing 16th. Hallie Deegan finishing 21st. Let's be honest, guys, it's a learning curve for her. Trust the process of your progression in the truck series. Chandler Smith finishing 35th. Ouch. Jeez Louise. At least no major wrecks to be reported. So, at least that's a positive. Alright, I'll see you guys for the standings. Alright, here are your point standings. In 1st place with 204 points, it's John Hunter Nemechek. In 2nd place, in a bit of a free fall at the moment, with 157, Ben Rhodes. In 3rd place with 154, won't be surprised he gets past this week, Sheldon Creed. And several at 145 points, it's the old man himself, Matt Crafton. And in 5th with 122, Stuart Friesen. In 6th with 115, Austin Hill. And in 7th with 103, Johnny Sauter. In 8th with 99, Zane Smith. He's going to crack 100. In 9th place, and I'm surprised he's still in it, considering he's a part-timer for some reason, Grant Enfinger. And in 10th with 93 and Angry Grant 97 is Carson Hovachar. At 93, Chandler Smith is behind by 1 point. Alright, that's your standings. I'll see you guys for my thoughts on the Xfinity. Please keep in mind, this is going to take a while. Alright, let's talk about the race that gave us more controversy. The Xfinity Series. Here we go. Starting off in 10th place. Ryan Sieg. In 9th place. It's Daniel Hemrick. More on him in a moment. 7th place, Justin Haley. And in 7th place, Michael Annett. And in 6th place, and I say surprisingly, Riley Herbst. Boy, hopefully he can keep up this momentum. And in 5th place, AJ Allmendinger. And in 4th place, boy, speaking of a good finish, and another case of more on him in a moment, Noah Gragson. And in 3rd place, Harrison Burton. In 2nd place, it's the 54, Martin Truex Jr., which is a surprise. And in 1st place, the winner, Justin Allgaier. He got Junior Motorsports his first win of the season, and thank goodness for that. I want to take this time to talk about some of the top finishers. Of course, Riley Herbst, big finish for him. Austin Cindric finished 13th. Santino Ferrucci, another top 15. That's good news for him. Good news for him. And Josh Berry, we'll talk about him in just a second. Of course, Jack Fitcham had brake issues, and Brett Moffitt got into an accident. But it's a learning curve for Brett as well. But let's talk about Josh Berry. Whew. That is probably one of the most gruesome running to the grass scratches I have ever seen. What happened was the grass caught into the splinter on the A car. On the A car, and that sent the A car, at least top-wise, it went airborne. That's the best way to describe it. Pretty much tore up the front half and pretty much ended his race right then and there. And honestly, hopefully he'll be okay for the next race. Spoiler alert, there is no Xfinity race this week, so there's that. Well, I guess you guys want me to talk about the fight now. So let's talk about it. Let's talk with the 9. Well, first off, Noah started in the 30th, so the fact that he managed to pull out a top 5 is really good work. But what happened was, I think during one of the final pit stops, the 18 was outside of his the pit box. Noah didn't realize Noah was right there. He backed up and nearly hit one of the 18's crew members, which pissed off Hemrick, which led up to that big fight, which honestly, personally, I'm definitely thinking this boys have at it attitude, and to be honest, the more I've been seeing of his antics, even though NASCAR needs characters like Gragson, I'm getting vibes of, I feel like he's in the same category that Nikita Mazepin is in Formula One. His driving style is just too aggressive. He is really aggressive. But what happened was everyone was expected, oh, park him, park him, park him. That was until his Twitter, it went on Twitter, by the way. Hours after the Xfinity race ended, Noah Gragson's Twitter posted a pit box, a camera view from above the pit box, showing that the 18 of Daniel Hemrick was, well, out of his pit stall. And I can guarantee you, hadn't that camera not been there, Gragson probably would have gotten parked for the next race. I can guarantee you. Although I was surprised they didn't get, Hemrick and Gragson never got fined for violating social distancing. That was the one thing I was expecting a fine for. Alright, let's get to the cup standing, shall we? Xfinity. Oh, I missed! Alright, here we go. At first place with 277, Austin Cindric. In second place, we just talked about him a second ago, Daniel Hemrick. With 231. In third place with 212, it is Harrison Burton. In fourth place with 194, AJ Allmendinger. And in fifth place by mere 1.193, Justin Haley. And in sixth place with 187, Jeff Burton in the 10. And in seventh place, there we go, Matt Snyder with 179. And in eighth place with 171, the newest race winner, Justin Allgaier. And in ninth place, 171, in ninth place with 165, it is Jeremy Clements continuing a really good start. And in 10th place, 10 points behind Clements, Brandon Jones. And in 142 is Brandon Brown and Riley Herbst with 135. So far, he's in there. Herbst is fighting to get the points overall. All right, let's get to the cup results, shall we? All right, let's jump right into the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 in Atlanta. Let's go. Okay, I messed up. In 10th place, and boy, this was a good, needed, Kevin Harvick. And in ninth place, Martin Truex Jr. In 8th place, the winner from Homestead, Miami, William Byron. In 7th, a really good run for him, Chris Buescher from Roush Fenway, and we'll get to them in Roush Fenway in just a minute. We're done with the results. In 6th place, a really good finish for Austin Dillon. And in 5th place, the winner of last week's truck race, now, Kyle Busch. And in 4th place, Denny Hamlin. And in 3rd place, and boy am I happy to hear this one, the driver of the 48, Alex Bowman, getting his first top 5 in this new car. In 2nd place is Kyle Larson, who practically dominated. And in first place, your winner, Chase Elliott's main rival from Penske, Ryan Blaney. So here's going on my thoughts here of this race. But it was pretty much Kyle Larson most of this race. But right near the end, these got really interesting. And it involves everyone's favorite driver, Joey Logano, who was intentionally blocking Larson so Blaney can catch up, and he eventually overtook him, and got to win. And I got to say, you got to love Blaney giving the checkered flag to a kid. I'll admit, even though I'm a Chase Elliott fan, I'll admit, I respect Ryan Blaney. He's a great guy. But now let's talk about some of the other drivers, other standout performances here. Of course, in 11th, Matt DiBenedetto. Boy, that was definitely much needed. Speaking of much needed, shout out to Ricky Stenhouse finishing 12th. Ross Chastain finishing 14th. Logano finished 15th, by the way, for those wondering. Bubba Wallace just couldn't make it past Logano, finishing 16th. Daniel Suarez, not that far behind, in 17th. Boy, I have to say, 2311 Racing and Stackhouse are really exceeding my expectations. I thought they were going to be struggling throughout the season. To be fair, they kind of are, but so far the speed from these that coming out of those two cars are really, really damn impressive. And Bubba Wallace probably would have gotten the top 10 if it wasn't for his crew chief being on strategy, being a stupid idiot. Actually, hold on. Should I call the strategy a stupid idiot for Chris Jericho or a dummy from Eli Drake? Oh wait, I'm sorry, LA Knight. Boy, it's weird seeing him on NXT, and I'm so used to seeing him in the NWA. So, yeah, and I know most of you guys know I am a Chase Elliott fan, and seeing him get a blown engine right near the end, brutal. But who knows? His luck's gonna change. Although, I don't know why Fox is mocking those Chase Elliott fans on there. Hopefully next week, for this week's Cup race at Bristol, hopefully someone puts that in the Put It Out segment that Clint and the Fox pre-show guys do. Now, never mind about that. Oh, we got one more thing. And this one may be a bit controversial. I know a lot of people are saying, is it time to repave Atlanta? Personally, I say no. The whole track doesn't need it, but the pit road needs to be changed. Anthony Alfredo nearly spun out on the pit road, missing his stall completely, spinning out, nearly hitting a crew member. I forget who it was, but honestly, with the pit road in Atlanta as one of the shortest on the circuit, on the NASCAR circuit, I think it's time to extend it. That way we don't have this happening again. Now that I got that out of my system, let's talk about Cup standings so we can wrap this up. And another I forgot to talk about what happened with Roush Fenway. It seems that there's another part owner on the team. And it just happens to be LeBron James. Yes, LeBron James is the part owner of Roush Fenway Racing. Not only that, he also co-owns the Boston Red Sox as well. Man, NBA players are starting to own teams in NASCAR like nobody's business, and boy, am I glad to see that. Gotta get more diversity in the ownership. And we have to thank Bubba Wallace for that. Now let's talk about the Cup race. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to cover the iRacing Invitational this week. Although I'm really glad Byron got the W on that one, by the way. All right, here we go. Okay, in first place with 177 points, a FedEx fan from Virginia, Denny Hamlin. In second place with 234 points, Kyle Larson. And in third place with 214, Joey Logano, everyone's favorite driver. And in fourth place with 212, the runner-up in the Xfinity race, Martin Truex Jr. And in fifth place with 6 points behind Truex, the Michigan Wolverine, Brad Keselowski. Okay, not really. And in sixth place with 203, man, a lot of close here, Kevin Harvick. And in seventh place with 191 is last week's winner, Ryan Blaney. And in eighth place with 188, another close gap here, the winner at Homestead, William Byron. In ninth place with 183, the upset winner of the Daytona Road Course, Christopher Bell. And in 10th place, it's a tie. In 10th place also with 183, your defending champion, Chase Elliott. Whew. So that's going to do it, guys, for this week's Post-Checkered Flag. Come back here next week. We'll talk about the wrap-up of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Talking about that, as well as my thoughts on the Bristol dirt races. And so far from what I've seen on the photos on Twitter, I'm going to be looking forward to this. And hopefully if this goes well, we add more dirt races to the schedule. Fingers crossed, everybody. And I'll see you guys after the checkered flag. Thanks for watching, everyone.